Yoga for the first 6 weeks post-pregnancy. Place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly, and begin to take deep inhales and exhales. With each inhale, allow your belly to fill your palms, and each exhale it dips back down. Allow your mind to clear, centering on your breath. Now scoot round, coming to lie on your back gently. Tuck your knees in towards your chest, keeping your legs wide if you had a C-section, just so you don't irritate your scar, and rocking side to side to gently massage either side of your spine. Then place your feet firmly on the ground. Reach for a strap or a rolled towel or even a dressing gown belt and wrap it around one of your feet. Gently extend your leg up to the sky. Holding the strap quite low down so your back and your shoulders remain flat on the mat. And if this feels comfortable, extend your other leg along the mat. If that's too much, feel free to keep the other leg's feet flat on the mat. Now place your left hand on the mat and extend your leg out to the right. Pulling back on your toes to engage your foot and remembering to breathe. On an inhale, bring your leg back up to center. Switch hands with your strap and cross your leg over your body. Keep pulling back with your toes to engage your foot. Inhale to bring your leg back up to center, and then bend your knee to release your foot, placing it back on the mat and switching sides. Wrapping the strap around the ball of your foot, checking that it's not squashing your toes, adjusting it if necessary, and then extending that leg up to the sky. Straightening your bottom leg, taking the strap into the same hand as your leg and extending it out to the side. Keep breathing. Long breaths through our nose. Inhale, our leg back up to center, switch hands with the strap, and cross your leg over your body. Then inhaling your leg back up to center, bending your knee, releasing your foot. Place the strap to the side. Place your feet flat on the ground. And let's do some pelvic tilts, inhaling to push our belly out and exhaling, pulling our back flat against the floor. Inhale, arching your back, pushing your belly, and exhale, flattening your spine to the floor. This gentle movement, just easing our lower back. Move slowly with your breath. And now let's take a block between our knees or a book if we need to, and continue. Using the block or the book to keep our legs parallel. Inhaling our belly out, exhaling our belly back to our chest. Tuck your knees in again and roll to one side, resting for a moment before we push ourselves up to a seated position. Come to sit in a comfortable cross-legged position, leaning forward to remove the flesh from your bones and then coming into a side stretch. Switching sides, breathing deeply. Now take one hand down to the mat and shoot the other arm overhead, spinning your ribs so you're facing up towards the sky. And switching hands, really trying to open our body out to the side, breathing into the side of our body. Now take your arms out to the side, take your right arm underneath your left, spinning your hands to meet in eagle arms pose, and then sending your fingertips up towards the sky. Breathing deeply, feeling the stretch across the back of our shoulders. Releasing our hands, taking them to the side again. This time our left arm goes underneath our right, palms meet, and send our fingertips up. And release. Turning along the long edge of our mat now, tucking one foot in towards our groin, setting our arms up and exhaling over, letting our hands fall wherever's natural and letting our head bow. Inhaling up to seated, stretching our arm to the side and coming into a lateral stretch. Again, working on opening our chest to the side, spinning our bottom rib towards our top rib to really open our chest. Switching sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, allowing our hands to drop. Inhale back up and come over to our lateral stretch. Scooting over now onto all fours, shoulders above your wrists, knees below your hips. Inhale, dip your belly. Exhale, rolling your back, head goes down. Inhale, belly dips, head rises. Exhale, tucking our tailbone, head bows, pushing away from the floor with our hands. One more time. Moving with our own breath. Now coming to kneeling, take your hands behind your head. Inhale to send your head back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, head goes back. Exhale, forward. This is the same as our cat-cows, but in the seated position. So you may find this way more comfortable if you've had a C-section and it feels too heavy having your belly hanging with your incision. So take whichever version of that feels more comfortable. Now let's build a tower. So take a couple of heavy books, if you have them, or you could just stack a couple of pillows. Then take a bolster or a firm pillow and put it on an incline. Check that you don't have too much of the bolster or the pillow hanging on either side. We want to be supported by the blocks underneath. Take your lower back against the bolster. Check you're not going to do a little fall. Feet on the ground and slowly lower yourself down over the bolster. Take a few breaths here, and then if it feels comfortable, extend your legs out, feeling free to return if it doesn't feel good. You can then put the soles of your feet together in diamond pose, or if you want to intensify it, bring the soles of your feet closer to your body in our butterfly pose. You could place your hands lightly on your inner thighs or rest them on your belly or chest. Or if you'd like to stretch your shoulders, particularly if you're nursing and starting to get that droop with your shoulders, take your arms overhead, holding onto either elbow. Allow your mind to be clear. Really focusing on your breath and letting your breath anchor you to this moment where you can be peaceful and not have to worry about what the rest of the day brings. To come out, tuck your chin, draw your knees together and push yourself lightly up, hugging our knees to our chest. And then coming down, tucking our knees underneath us. Check your tower's not going to fall. And gently folding back down again for a nice quad stretch in our reclined hero pose. Deep inhales and exhales, starting with your belly, rising through your rib cage to your chest, really using all of our lung capacity, and again taking our arms overhead if that's comfortable for us. Remember, if you've had a C-section, just be mindful of stretching your incision before you take your arms overhead in these poses. Again, to come out, tuck your chin, push yourself up, and come straight to a child's pose. Rest here for a few minutes, or you could turn around and straddle your bolster, coming to a supported child's pose. Turning our neck after a while just to bring balance to either side of our body, and enjoying your practice.